Hello, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Look at this banyan tree. I am walking through a military area in Hyderabad, and I'm in a great mood to talk about any topic. What should I pick? Travel? Yeah, I like traveling. Traveling makes me really happy. It helps me to connect with different kinds of people, see new places. If I'm traveling outside, I like to compare those places with our country to see how different it is. What I find most striking is the way waste management is done in other countries and in our country. What can I do? I'm just one citizen. What can I do? If we just come down to the basics of waste management, I think it starts from my house, me as an individual, right? So if I'm carrying some trash with me, I should ensure that the trash reaches some place from where it will be sorted out, recycled and discarded in the right method. How can I do that? First of all, I need to sort the waste. There are different kinds of wastes. We have the bio waste, metal, glass, plastic, paper, like cardboard paper, and e-waste like mobiles, unused mobiles, computers, radio, e-waste. So if I just mix it all up and discard it in just one bag, it becomes extremely difficult for the municipality to segregate the waste. So it's really difficult for them to sort it out. Time consuming, a lot of money involved. So what they do is they just take the whole thing, dump it into the dump yards. That's about it. But if we can try to segregate the waste and hand it over to the municipality in separate containers, that makes their life easy. So that's what first thing I can do about the trash in my house. Second is, let's say I'm not in the house and I have some trash and I want to discard it. If obviously, like I am traveling, I have some cover or some trash bottle. If I'm walking like this and I see the road is extremely clean and neat, definitely not me, not you, not anyone with common sense would throw the garbage on a clean road. So we search for some place where there is at least little bit of trash collected. For example, look at this place. So there's already so much trash and you have another cover with you. You would really not hesitate. I mean, it's human nature. You're bound to, chuck your garbage into that pile there, because human mindset is like that. You cannot help it. So you just discard it there and you do it. Another person does it. So it gets piled up. That garbage keeps piling up. So if we can, try to stop the urge and curb the habit of throwing garbage anywhere and everywhere, that single step itself is a huge help in bringing our country many steps forward towards waste management in an efficient way, I think. So instead, what we can do is just hold on to that garbage or trash till you reach a spot which is meant for garbage disposal. If you can't find it, let's take it back to our house and then follow the, we have collected and taken the trash back home. Next step is segregation, sort it out, and then hand it over to the municipality. So if these two things we can do as citizens of our country, that's a huge help in pushing our country towards cleaner, greener nation. The most important thing in order for us to be able to continue doing this is a very aggressive campaign that needs to be started by our government, because without their help, no matter how much ever we try, it's really not going to work out. So what our government needs to do is they have to invest a lot of funds to employ a lot of human resource, and then funds to invest in modern technology to collect garbage correctly, then sort the garbage efficiently, and then finally recycle the garbage in an effective manner. This needs to be done on a high scale basis. Collection, sorting out the garbage, and recycling. Government should run awareness campaigns using community programs or even self-help programs in which community is educated and encouraged in the right disposal of garbage, bio-waste, like the kitchen waste. If we have enough space to convert it into compost for the garden, that's great. If we don't, of course, we have no choice but to give it to the municipality. And the second important thing is the municipality must ensure to collect garbage every single day from every household, because the reason why we find garbage everywhere is because we don't like to keep it in our house. We want our house to be clean, but we cannot hold on to the trash until the garbage person comes, like once in a week, once in 10 days. That's not how it works. So if the municipality collects the garbage from every household and offices on a daily basis, then we don't need to, at least the public common man it will reduce a lot. We will not be littering the roads and streets. It will come down to a great extent. And the government must also take strict action against if anyone is seen throwing garbage. There should be a toll-free number. We can report that person, and heavy fine must be collected from that person, including, if required, imprisonment for a couple of days. Strict punishment should be there. That is the only way by which we can improve our country. If we are lenient, I don't really think we can see any improvement in our country. With other country, people will always find fault with us, and we will need to hang our head in shame, because that's the truth. I'm saying things like this not because I want to put my country to shame, or I want to see my country in a bad light. I want my country to improve. So constructive criticism is better than closing your eyes against naked truth. If it's dirty, it's dirty. Yes, why do foreigners say it's dirty? Because yes, it is dirty. We are unhygienic in many ways. So if we can come up with some stringent plans like whatever I have suggested, or if you have any better ideas. So that's about waste management. And one more thing I just realized. So as we keep reducing the garbage and also as we improve upon waste management, what happens is the landfills what are constructed, they will not keep getting filled up so often, because a lot of material goes into recycling, so the landfills they don't get filled up so often. which means we don't need to construct too many landfills. Every landfill that is constructed, obviously it will be constructed in the outskirts of a city, and acres of land is required. And if it happens to be so that there are a lot of trees in that area, all those hundreds and thousands of trees need to be cut down just to create this landfill. So by proper waste management, we can stop cutting off the trees. Deforestation can be stopped. That in turn helps, obviously we are all aware of greenhouse effect and all this oxygen that's needed. It helps us in a way. We'll have rains coming on the right time, monsoons reaches on the right time. In a way, yeah. And one more thing I've noticed when I'm traveling is the water bodies. Especially, I'm talking about this, like ponds, lakes, rivers, ocean. They are so super clean abroad. Oh look, this is the army area and they always keep it clean. I saw them cleaning yesterday, they're doing it even today. And there isn't much trash here, it's just leaves. So this is what needs to be practiced even in civilian areas. Why can't they have a disciplined life like the army guys? Look at all this, it's so clean. If I happen to do this walk in my colony, there's a huge gutter flowing next to me, and the road is not like this, bumps and ditches and so much trash, garbage, uneven roads, horrible it is. Let me show you my colony. See, this is how it is. This is what I'm talking about. So this is my colony. Look how beautiful it is. But look at this military area. That's because they are disciplined. Oh, so anyway, I was talking about the water bodies. I think in order to solve that problem, first thing that it's again boils down to our government. The problem is in our country, all the drainage and the sewage, wastewater, is let untreated into the nearest water body that's available. Any lake, pond, you will see the colony's gutter pipeline is allowed to let all the water flow freely into the water without being treated. Now that has to be stopped. How do we do that? They need to have water purification plants in every major water body. So the drainage system has to be channelized into such a way that the water has to first reach into this water purification plant. Once treated, then the water must be allowed to flow into the waters. That's the only way by which we can clean our water bodies. That's the only way. If our government can do these things, not only our country will look beautiful, it will increase tourism. Why will people not want to visit clean countries? Why do we go to Thailand or any other place? Because the nature is beautiful. It is so hygienic, so clean. At least most of the place there, most of the country is clean. Of course, there may be some corners of the country where it's the same situation as ours, but majority of the place they maintain it neatly so that they get revenue. So that tourists visit them. It's a necessity for them to maintain hygiene. So if we do the same thing, we will have a lot of tourists coming here, and that in turn is revenue, employment will increase. So you see, there's a lot of benefits to when you improve on. We improve on hygiene in the form of waste management and clean water. And of course health hazards, a lot of health issues will be solved, and you're in a clean green area. Definitely you sickness will drop down to a great percentage, and you will not need so many healthcare centers. So if you think on a large scale, there is a lot of benefit. And of course, this all doesn't come for free. There has to be a lot of money invested from the government side to implement all this. And we are paying taxes. So where is all our tax money going? Where is it going? The government must give priority to these kind of project works. I think this is really required. If we don't think about it now, it will become really difficult for our future generations. There's another thing actually when you talk about generation. India is number one in population. Now we left China way behind. Amazing. Sometimes I think our ancestors should have actually thought about us. Oh, let's feed this guy. Come on, wanna have some food? There's something wrong with his leg. He's limping. I like to feed them Marie biscuit because there is less sugar and salt. Of course it's maida, but it's better than feeding glucose biscuits, I feel. Oh, there's his friend joining him. Okay, I gotta go. Okay, we are in a railway station. So I carry these covers back home. I don't discard them here. There. So anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, our ancestors. They really should have, of course, I can't completely blame them because back then there was no so much pollution and all that, but at least present generation, please control population. Why do we need to have more than one child? I mean, those who already have children, fine, but I'm talking about people who are yet to get married and who have just gotten married, or those who have one child. Stop at one child. There is really no need to have more than one child. Give your best to that child and help bring down our population. Less population means less consumption of resources, less wastage, and as a family, you don't need to spend so much money. You don't need to work extra hours. You can spend more time with your nuclear family, and yeah, it's better in every way. So let's have just one child, or if possible, no children. I don't have any children. I don't want to have any children. If possible, adopt children. If you can't, if you don't like the concept of adopting, fine, no problem, but don't have more than one child. It's really not needed. Just for your selfishness. Why do we have children? Because you want someone to carry your legacy. You need someone to take care of you when you're old. Or maybe you want to be able to see your child do things what you couldn't do as a kid, like become a doctor or an engineer or a fashion designer, what you wanted to do but as a kid you couldn't do, so you want somebody having your genes to do it for you. No, don't do that. Don't be so selfish. So that's another contribution from our side. At least till the population of our country comes down to a drastic level, I think the present generation must sacrifice on having children, so that at least after another 20 to 30 years, 2 to 3 decades, our country will have better future. So yeah, as citizens, control population and contribute in effective waste management. Don't throw garbage here and there. Whatever garbage we have collected, we need to segregate them in separate containers and hand it over to the concerned department. And from there on, it's the duty of the government to dispose it off or recycle them in the right method. And the government has to ensure they have water treatment plants. If these three things are addressed, then automatically our country, no one can stop our country from becoming world class, and first of all, no one can point a finger at us. And this is all actually, if you think deeply, this will also help in corruption. They are all interlinked. When your mindset is moving towards something positive, progressive and nice, automatically the corruption will reduce. That's how it is. It's like you start growing good things. It's like a magnet. It will attract good things. If you if you want to start a business, if you pull with 10 rupees, you may not be able to do much business. But if you put another 20 or 30 or 100, as you keep adding more money, then you can do bigger business, better business, that will in turn help in bringing you more money back. So this is exactly like that. If we start doing good things for our country, slowly the bad things will take a back seat. Oh yeah, this is what I felt like discussing, and I'm going to follow what I said. So if any of you feel that there is something wrong in what I've said, instead of criticizing, please comment with better plan. That will be more welcome, because finding fault is good, but you must also suggest methods by which things can be improved. So yeah, do send do put in your valuable comments, and let's see how many of us can follow that and how it helps our country. I'm gonna finish my walk. It's been a long video. So have a nice day, and I see you in my other vlog. Bye.